This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI Studios in Toronto, Canada.
Hey Toronto, this is Ed Sheeran.
This is Kelly Clarkson.
Hi, this is Bryan Adams.
This is Adele.
This is Madonna.
It's Michael Bublé, and you're listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep Show. It's fun. They're amazing.
So how was your family day? I hope you had a relaxing one with the family. Maybe those two lines don't go well together, relaxing family. The more time you spend together sometimes it's not relaxing. I don't know. But there is something that maybe you could take advantage of, and it involves beer. Yes, producer Steph, I said beer. And you're probably like, what does relaxing with your family and beer have to do with one another?
Why didn't you tell me this before the long weekends?
Yes.
Because now it's the weekdays.
Yes. I mean, there are those people who are like, you know what? I just need a beer, take the edge off, whatever it might be. Well, there's something called a beer spa.
What?
Now? Oh, yes. There's a beer spa that you could take advantage of. And there's all sorts of benefits to being, I guess, immersed in beer, like your body, like you're taking a beer bath.
Okay, well, we know that beer is good for your hair, apparently.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
You're supposed to wash your hair with beer. I've never done it. I don't know if it's any good, but it's supposed to do something good to your hair.
Oh, and your skin, apparently, too.
Okay.
There's like the barley and the hops and,
And the stuff.
and the stuff that's in there that's supposed to be good for you. And like when you look at the photos, you know, when you pour beer, it's got all like that froth at the top. So it looks really inviting. Like
Is it like an instant bubble bath?
That's what it looks like. The only problem is beer to me doesn't smell great.
No.
It's got like that yeasty kind of smell to it. So I'm not sure that you want to be coming out of a beer bath smelling like
And don't
that.
drink it while you're in it, maybe either.
Yeah. The photos actually show you like people in a beer bath, but then holding a glass of wine. So I don't know. You're allowed to.
What? That's you can't do both.
So it's $65 for a 25-minute soak session in this beer. And according to the website, the hops help exfoliate while the beer yeast improves your skin elasticity. And then it also gives you some hydration and purifies the skin.
Okay, hold on. I just clicked on the picture. Why does it look like there's chives in the foam?
I don't know. Is that part of like the beer process?
I don't know.
Are those ingredients in beer?
And then there's like another one. It looks like it has sliced squash in it.
Yeah.
What's happening? Are they making soup with you?
I'm really not sure. But this is at the Grand Wellness Spa, and I'm curious. I
know,
want to
so
know.
am I.
I want to know what this does, and if it's a thing. There you go. Beer soaks, beer spas. Look it up
With some chives.
with some chives. Enjoy.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
I know it sounds cheesy and it ruins the outfit, but I'm a big fan of name tags
Right.
at events. Unless you just have one of those photographic memories. Blair, you actually have a pretty good trick to remember people's names?
Well, it's not. I do word association. So there's some people that work at our coffee shop, Joy and Nancy. So the first day I started here, Joy was a no-brainer. She is just joyful. Like she's just a ray
Always
of
smiling.
sunshine. Nancy was looking for something. She couldn't find the coffee or whatever. Nancy Drew. She's a detective looking for something. There's a guy named Julian who's one of our engineers that works overnight on the systems, and I remembered his name because he's next to the snack bar. And I'm like, Julian Fries, you know, the thin little.
Wow, that one's a bit of a stretch.
So this was a guy I used to work with at another radio station I worked at, and his name was Brandon, and he had long blonde hair, like wheat fields. Like I thought, okay, that's how I'm going to remember it. Brandon, Manitoba, wheat. And
Oh, my
that's how I
gosh.
remember his name.
Their WHL team is the Brandon Wheat Kings.
There you go. So it
Your
worked.
brain is fascinating, Bossman Blair.
Fascinating or
You know what's funny?
odd.
Blair, when you told us this, like a year ago, I was like, that's dumb. And I got to tell you, I have not forgotten Nancy or Joy because of your trick that is now stuck in my head.
And
so
you're
it works.
really good with names. Like you go to Starbucks, you remember the barista's name. Like you're really good at it. So it must work.
There's a guy over there. His name's Gino. I don't know what department he works at, but I said, hey, what's your name, by the way? I always say good morning to you. His name's Gino. So he goes, and what's your name? Blair. So last week I go by, Gino, morning, how are you? And he goes, yay, buddy.
Yay!
He didn't remember mine.
What do you think the trick would be? What if someone were to use their own trick, your trick rather, to remember your name? What would it be? Like, how would they remember Blair? What would they associate it with?
I'm kind of loud, so blaring maybe.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
Work on radio, sound.
Sure.
I would have went with Facts of Life because I would think of the character
Sure.
Blair. That's
Blair Warner.
where I would have went with it. Wait, did you have one for Gurdeep and I, when you first met us? Because
Yeah.
they're not
How do you
easy
remember
names
our
to
names?
know.
No,
I mean,
you know
our
what?
names
With
are on
you
the
guys,
wall,
it
but-
wasn't, it was pronouncing it like Gurdeep. I would sometimes I'd say it wrong. And I would say, hey, first couple of weeks, hey, Gurdeep.
Is that why you called me Hey Brother for the first 2 weeks?
That's right.
You're like,
And I was like, Pooja.
You don't want to mess it up.
you're like, why are they so ethnic? Can't one of them be an easy name?
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
Okay, to check a bag or not check your bag? That is the question. It is the season for travel. A lot of people gearing up. There's reading week for a lot of people already. Spring break, March break, all the breaks. There are some people who just swear by it. They refuse to check a bag. They don't want to pay for it. They want to be on and off of the plane as quick as possible. However, these days, it is tougher and tougher to do because you get to the gate and right away they're going to make the announcement. The flight is full. We do not have enough room for all of your carry-on luggage. So somebody's going to have to check a bag. Nobody volunteers. And then they start to employ that like metal apparatus thing where they actually physically put your carry-on bag in it to make sure it fits. What is the point? In the end, you do all this work. You, with your toiletries, you make sure that they're all safe to be able to be carry-on. And then in the end, you got to check it anyway. Where do you stand?
I just start unpacking and put all my clothes on.
Yes.
And put everything in my pockets.
Yes.
That's,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. People don't notice that.
No.
That's not uncomfortable.
It's fine. I'm
Yeah.
nice and warm on the plane. It's
Yeah.
all good.
It depends on where you're going.
Yeah.
As long as you're not on a long flight, I think you're fine. And it's so cold on the plane that you'll probably
You're
be
fine. You don't have to ask for a blanket. It's good. Yeah.
No, I know people who are like, no, if I travel with you and you check a bag, I'm not waiting for you. I'll meet you at the hotel. Like they're those people where they're very particular about it. Boss Man Blair, check a bag, not check a bag.
Check a bag. You know why? Because when I try to bring them on the aircraft, inevitably it's way past my seat. And then when getting off the plane, because you know the people that wait for the bell, for the seatbelt light to go up, bing, and they stand up.
Yep.
Now you're like a salmon going upstream to try to get the 5 rows back to where your
Yes.
luggage is, and nobody's giving up any room for you.
No.
So I just check it. But I put an Apple tag in it though, so that I know
smart move.
where it is when they lose it inevitably.
Because there is fear of, losing baggage. That is certainly part of the discussion as well. But also, I think, a lot of these airlines overbook, right? To begin with, they're hoping people will, rebook or cancel. But then as a result, you have a full flight, which is what they want, and not enough room by design for all of our bags. Like there isn't enough room
But
for
I
everyone.
think it depends too on how long you're going on vacation. Because if I'm going like on a weekend thing, then I won't check a bag. But if it's going to be over a week, I'm checking a bag because I know that I'm going to need more stuff.
I'm also that person. I'm like, I don't know. Like, feel like blue today, but maybe I'm going to feel like red.
Yeah, everyone's like,
So-
just pack a little bit. I'm like, I know, I tried. It doesn't work.
I don't know how to do that. So I have like 8 different outfits for one night.
There's
because
4 pairs of shoes, and I only ever wear the one flip flop. That's it. Yeah,
the comfortable
Yeah,
pair.
That's it.
Yeah. To check a bag or not check a bag, where do you stand on it? You know what?
5 calls? Decide it all.
Yes, 5 calls decide it all. Do you check a bag or not check a bag? We're asking because it's travel season, reading week, March break. And do you have a strategy? More and more people are saying, no, I'm not going to pay for a check bag. I'm going to have a carry-on. But that doesn't always work when you get to the gate. So what is the strategy? Do you check a bag or not check a bag? Let's go to Beaton. Mark, check a bag or not check a bag?
You check a bag. The beach isn't going anywhere.
Good point. You don't mind paying for it and then you just have everything you need in your bag.
That's right.
Okay, Mark, your vote's been counted. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anne from Brampton, do you check a bag or not check a bag?
I don't check a bag. And on Swoop, I keep to my computer bag.
Oh.
My daughter's got clothes in BC, and I'll wear that extra pair of shorts, that extra T-shirt, and I'm gone.
So you're producer Steph, and you're warm on plane.
Yes.
Okay, Anne,
Never
your
check
vote's
a
been
bag.
yes, your vote's been counted, Anne. Thank you.
Okay.
Jason from Ajax, you check a bag or not check a bag?
Do not check a bag.
Okay, well, your vote's been counted. Not check a bag. Got it. Winifred from Scarborough. So do you check a bag or not check a bag?
I do check a bag because I have 4 kids, and when I'm traveling, the carry-on I have is only the one with the baby food.
Yes. I think that's the thing is like we're not thinking about families. Of course you got to check a bag. There's so much to take.
Yeah, exactly.
Winifred, your vote's been counted. Thank you.
All right, have a good day.
You too. Margaret from Guelph. So do you check a bag or not check a bag?
Absolutely no way.
Don't
they
check a
charge
bag.
us way too much.
So are you just a really good packer then?
Yep, I went to Europe for a whole month, and I had just my laptop and my little carry-on, and just bought makeup and anything else I needed. So
what?
Yep.
For a month?
Yeah, a whole month.
Oh my goodness. You need to teach a class. Your vote's been counted, Margaret. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Margaret, very, very impressive. And if you're keeping count there, it's 3-2 to not check a bag. I got to say, I'm surprised. I thought most people check a bag. And then there's the people who you're like, okay, no, I'm just a really good packer. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to have it on as a carry-on. No, it's the other way around. Nobody's checking bags.
Nobody wants to pay for it.
Nobody wants to pay for it. And that explains why every time you go to the gate, they're like, sorry, somebody's going to have to check a bag. 5 calls decide it all. Thanks for weighing in.
The Pooja and Gurdeep Podcast.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep Podcast.
Okay, if you're like me, you probably have trouble focusing on one thing at a time. Like our attention spans, I think collectively we can all agree, not the greatest. And now there's a term for it. It's been around for a while, but it's becoming a little more popular. It's called popcorn brain.
Sounds delicious.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
My first thought was ooh, Chicago style. A little salty, a little
sprinkle
sweet.
some ketchup on there.
Maybe this proves the point of why you might have popcorn brain. And I no surprise, a lot of us are on social media. And as a result, there's all sorts of things coming at us all the time, right? Between the advertisements and then, there's, your notifications and then you're getting likes and all the things and you get that dopamine rush. We know about this and it just sort of perpetuates the cycle, right? As a result, it's becoming harder and harder to focus on something longer. So they refer to popcorn brain as a tendency for our attention and focus to jump quickly from one thing to another. So it's kind of like popcorn kernels.
We're losing focus very quickly.
Very quickly. So because of this, they're saying now, and this is the part that's shocking to me when it comes to your attention span. I know mine's definitely decreased.
Mine's gotten worse.
Yes.
It used to be amazing, and now I notice, I get agitated if things aren't done in 30 seconds.
It's so true. And it's funny that you say 30 seconds. So the average attention span on any screen before switching to something else, so before you get bored, used to be, I should say, 2.5 minutes. Okay, that's a long time. That was in 2004. Then in 2012, that went to 75 seconds.
Okay.
75 seconds in 2012. Okay, today it's 47 seconds.
Oh, yeah, see? And I don't like that
because
I noticed it with my kids too. And I remember it was probably around 2004, before I had kids. There was a whole thing about Sesame Street shortening their segments.
Really?
And I think it was around that time, not exactly, but I remember it was early 2000s when technology was becoming a thing and kids were watching more YouTube videos and all that sort of stuff. And they were saying Sesame Street was condensing their segments. And then there was another report saying that kids were their attention span was getting shorter and shorter. Because then I was when we used to watch Sesame Street,
you watched the whole thing.
And they were long segments.
Yeah.
Everything was different. It was about 1.5 to 2 minutes. There were little skits.
Yep.
And then when I had kids and I turned it to the new Sesame Street and it was all Elmo's World, but it was 30 to 45 second skits. And I didn't like watching it at the time because I was it's too fast.
They must have been basing it on the research of our attention
popcorn
spans.
brain.
Yeah, we all have popcorn brain. It makes me hungry, but that is not the point. And now I'm distracted. And now all I want to do is eat something.
And
so
watch
thank
Sesame
you.
Street?
And watch Sesame Street.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep Podcast. The nearly impossible question.
with Pooja and Gurdeep.
I'm a little afraid of some of the guesses we're going to get this morning, Pooch.
Okay, mostly because you went out there and said that you are part of the statistic. 23% of Canadians claim they can do this. You do it often.
Not only can I do this, I do this on the regular,
and
weekly.
You brag about it.
I brag about it, and I do it weekly. Okay, 23% of Canadians claim they can do this. What is it? Let's go to Erica, who's on her way to Guelph.
I think 23% of Canadians can touch their nose with their tongue.
And that's the proof you think I'm getting right now as I look over at Gurdeep?
Could be.
And I say I do it on the regular. Just because. What are your plans tonight? You know.
It's a great guess. Erica, can you do it?
No, I can't.
No.
You're
same.
trying right now, though, aren't you? Can I? No. Erica, I hate to inform you, I cannot do it.
Oh, man.
Good guess, though, but that's not it.
Blair can do it, but yeah. No, that's not it. Thanks for the call.
All right, have a good day.
Paula from Whitby, do you know the answer to our nearly impossible question?
Is it burp on command?
Wait a minute. Are you guessing that because I said I can do it?
Well, if men can do it and women can do it, I can do it. So I'm thinking maybe there's other people out there that can do it.
I hate to put you on the spot. No, I don't. Can you do it for us right now?
Okay, hold on.
Oh, that was a good one.
Thank
That was a good one. I see your burp and raise you a...
Oh, my gosh. Guys, the boss is on line 3.
Pooch, you're next.
No.
Go on.
No. Paula, great guess. Gurdeep, thanks for joining in, but that is not the right answer. Thank goodness.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Dorinda from Ajax, 23% of Canadians claim they can do this. What is it?
Taco tongue.
Oh.
Oh, like fold their tongue over.
Roll their tongues, yes.
Taco tongue. I've never heard it called that.
Can you do that, Dorinda?
No, I cannot.
Yeah, same.
It's a tough one, and either you can or you can't.
Dorinda, I hate to inform you, I cannot do that. That is not
There
the
you
answer.
Good guess,
Team
though.
no taco tongue.
No. Team no taco tongue. Best team I've ever been on.
Exactly.
Thanks for the call, Dorinda.
Thanks, have a great day.
Let's go to Scarborough. Jim, what's your guess?
I'd be really amazed if the two of you could do this, but tie a knot in a cherry stem.
A lot of people are guessing tongue-related things.
Yes. And also, when you said that you do this on the regular, I don't know what that says about what their perception of you.
I just hang out at bars like a creep and make eye contact with people while I tie a cherry stem with my tongue. Wow, I don't even like me.
Jim, good guess, but that's not it.
Thank you.
Some text coming in here as well. 23% of Canadians claim they can do this. DK in Whitby says, can Gurdeep do the splits? Is it the splits?
Oh, the splits.
I wish I was that flexible. No, I cannot.
You would have been doing the splits down the ski hill if you could.
I'd be hosting the show in split form.
Wiggle their ears at 981-981 is one of the guesses. You know, it's always funny to see somebody try to show you that they can wiggle their ears because they don't realize how funny their face looks while they're trying to do it. Anyway, that's not the right answer.
Denise texting in saying, is it right with both hands, like you're ambidextrous? That is not it either. Okay, we don't have the answer. Why don't we give them a hint, Pooch?
Okay. 23% of Canadians claim they can do this. You admit that you do this.
Okay, and I'll go further. For regular listeners of the show, this might help. I do this every Saturday night, typically while watching the Leaf game.
Every Saturday night, he weeps when he watches the Leafs. Weep, cry.
Oh, cry. Oh, I cry because the Leafs disappoint me. You're right, but that's only in the springtime when we get knocked out of the playoffs.
Mike, you know him well.
Thanks for the call, Mike.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you.
Let's go to Brampton. Christiane, what's your guess?
Is it whistle with your finger?
It is not.
Can you do that, Gurdeep?
Like, no, I can't.
Oh.
You think I whistle like when Austin Matthews scores a goal?
Yeah.
No, that's not it.
It's so impressive. What a talent.
I wish I could. That's not it.
Thank you.
Joanne from Toronto, good morning. What's your guess?
Hi. I didn't have a guess until you gave that hint. Now I got to say it's in Gurdeep's words, crush an entire pizza.
Uh-huh.
You got it! Yes! Joanne, for a bonus point, what do I call a pizza?
Pie?
Yeah, I do call it a pie. That's right. I was looking for wheel, but yes, we will accept pie as well. Joanne, you're hardcore, and we love it. Yes, every Saturday night I crush a whole wheel, and it's amazing. It's my favorite time of the week.
Right on. I think I'll do the same.
Joanne, follow-up questions, right? Like, are we talking medium pizza, a large pizza? What are you crushing?
I've crushed all three sizes, but typically I like to go medium thin crust.
Yeah, okay. That sounds really good. Yeah, large would be maybe too much, right?
A little bit of regret.
Thanks for listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Listen to Pooja and Gurdeep live weekday mornings from 5 to 9.
Only on 98.1 CHFI.
Toronto's perfect music mix.